Chisa feels sorry for Komaru, frees her from the trap. Now here's the thing. Did you free her from both the rocks and the vines? Or just the vines or just the rocks, Chisa? And she like, I felt sorry for you, but not that sorry for you. Good day, good people, on the fine day in the year of the paradigm. It's a paradigm shift in 2025 as I, the United States Savior with Toon Link Dave, Bravo Dave, Anomaly the Nomacars, bring you the first episode outside of the premieres of this season and the first episode rather of the year of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. We got ourselves a little crazy night tonight. I bet you're wondering, hey Avi, what's the gimmick? That's why we're in singles action in Orteal right now. So first, without a shadow of a doubt, let me go through everyone who's here first. And then, well, maybe I should talk about Inferno tonight first. Nah, that's a future me problem. That's a Sunday if he wants me to do that. It's my show. It's my world. Let's go. We have, from Danganronpa 1, this is a very chaotic episode. So I got the 6 most chaotic people from, from every single set. And here we are. They could either be, good chaotic or bad chaotic. Like Hina, who is not actually one of the most chaotic, but she is our agent of chaos. We have Togami, Celeste, Junko, Toko, and Hiro. Danganronpa 2, we have Akane, Fuyiko, Gundam, Ibuki, who was, our good crazy chaos. And honestly, Gundam the same. Fuyiko, sometimes. When he loses his soul, he's a little crazy. Nagito and Teru, who is a fiend. V3 has Maki, who I think is a calm chaos. But boy, when she goes into that mode, when she flips that switch, oh boy, you better run. Angie, Kori, Miu, Kokichi, and Samugi. Ultra Spare Girls, we have Ultra Spare Girl Komaru, who is not really that chaotic. However, she's the champion, and I need her here today. Genocide Jack, Kotoko, Masaru, Monica, Nagisa. I was like, which of the kids is the least chaotic? They're all very chaotic. Honestly, it was weird to take Jotaro out of this list, but I felt like I needed to include Nagisa because, man, his chaos is a different brand. We will continue. Future Side has Chisa, Juzo, Munakata, Ruruka, Seiko, and Maya, who we've never met, but I'll tell you what, by proxy, that Maya is Monica, and that is Chaos Incarnate. And the Bears have Monokuma, Kurakuma, Monodam, Monokid, Monosuke, and Monotaro. And I didn't even move the microphone down in the year of the paradigm. Now you can see it. Spell paradigm for me. Everyone's gonna learn how to spell it in January. That's what it is, first of all, how are you guys doing? Second of all, we have to spin a wheel. Because I'll be real, chaos could just rain today. That's something that could just happen. So let's spin the wheel and see if it does happen. 5% chance that our agent of chaos, Hina, rains chaos down on Miss Naegi. It is not going to happen. Thank goodness. That makes explaining this gimmick much easier. Because boy, I was like, I guess we might not explain it today. Maybe we'll explain it next week. Let me talk to you. If you notice, Hina does have the Agent of Chaos perk, and she just spun her wheel, which means chaos will not be raining. However, that's not entirely the case this season. As long as the champion is alive, Hina has a very slim chance. Well, as long as, rather, both the Agent of Chaos and the champion are alive, Hina has a very, very, very slim chance of raining chaos. I didn't get chaos to rain when they were both alive in the first 20 simulations. I did get it in the first 30, and the time that it happened on round 1. So, I just want to put that out there. However, I will say it's kind of an opportunity thing. Because, let's say, Komaru gets brought back towards the end of the game, it's like, oh my gosh, Hina's still alive in like the final 3 and Komaru's there. Hina could cash in Chaos, rain Chaos in the final 3. There are some other variants where Chaos has a slightly higher chance of reigning. If the champion is brought back as a zombie, as a ghost, those both have slightly higher odds if Hina's still alive. And that's that. I'm excited to see if it happens. I am curious to see if it happens in singles action, just by the merit of having 2 Agents of Chaos in tag team action. The odds are higher in tag team action, so I kind of expect it to happen at least once in tag team action. There are some other fun little, Tiptoe and then Hina is doing X, Y, and Z, other variants of events that include for the Agent of Chaos, but that's our big gimmick this season, and it might stick around. The wheel, always in effect. However, the champion is never safe. This is Chaos Incarnate, Season 17. I am excited to bring it to you, and I kind of hope that it hits, because imagine. Because imagine. I kept going through and I was like, can it hit? I just wanted to make sure it could hit, and it did hit. Once. And I kid you not, it took me a lot of opportunities because a lot of the times either Komaru was gone first or in the first round, or Hina was gone in the first round. There were times where they were both around and they could still get other events, like Hina got a persona and she was like, nah, I don't need to reign Chaos right now. I'm snatching all of these people with my persona, and thus so on and so forth. That's all I got. I think we're ready to pretty much start this thing. Oh yeah, I guess I should talk about Inferno tonight. Sure. Tonight, it is 2 years of Friday Night Inferno, which is kind of crazy to say. It is also 1 day away from 365 days of Racket of Song. They'll be celebrating this Sunday at Rebellion, but tonight, you guys have voted on a run back match. We'll see what it is tomorrow. I know what it is. Oh no, we're gonna see what it is tonight. I know what it is right now, but I'm not gonna tell you. What I can tell you though is tonight, it will be both Fight Forever champions defending those titles. For starters, I'll announce Cleese, because Clee will be facing off against not only your OC your OC of the year, but also your breakout superstar of the year. So we'll see how that goes. On the other side, Pimp Kazuichi will also be facing off against your OC of the year, but also will face off against somebody else. We'll see about that, because maybe your breakout superstar is busy doing something else. Anything else that I want to announce? Mew and Yuri are furious. They thought that they had a chance, and Panette brought out the brass knuckles, so they are gonna come out there and they're gonna say, we want to fight. They're calling out specifically Racket of Song, but who will show up? It could be anybody, so stay tuned. This Friday, and by this Friday I mean tonight for you guys, because it's clearly not tonight for me. There will also be other little itsy bits and surprises and a good time, so get excited. Bernice, go! And Mondo are both in action. In fact, I can announce we will have a big ol' Yowie Wowie match. It will be Yowie Wowie versus Mondo and Pi tonight at Inferno, and there's a whole bunch of other slew of things that I don't really know. Sundavy's been doing his darnest. It's gonna be a good show. That's all I can guarantee for you guys. So stay tuned. You might want to even be there early. Thank you for 2 years of Friday Night Inferno, as we start for the seventh year of the Danganronpa Hunger Games, which is kind of crazy to me too. Not quite that yet. I do want to make my picks. And I will always ask you, officially now, do you think Chaos will reign today? I'm going to say no, but I think it would be funny if it was yes. That being said, It does put pressure on the champion to try and get a ghost victory or a zombie victory, which I think is kind of neat if they come back and chaos does reign. Regardless, let's take a step back. One more Gan. Instead for first, second, third, I guess I have Nagito for first. I think it's gonna be his year, and I think I need to get my notepad because I gotta look at the secret achievements. For second, I'm gonna take the champion, Kamaru, and for third, I'm going to take Monodam. I feel like a bear is gonna do it. I will play, I got a question for you. What is the question? Yeah, I know what the question is because I had, and maybe I've talked about this before because I think I've had this argument before. What are your thoughts on chocolate and mint? Are you a yay or a nay? In fact, I'm gonna ask you like 3 of the most controversial ones. How do you feel about chocolate and mint? Yay or nay? How do you feel about pineapple on pizza? Yay or nay? And how do you feel about, maybe I'll just ask you 2. I don't know if I have a third one in, oh, how do you feel about ketchup on macaroni and cheese? Yay or nay? Those are my 3. I'm gonna start playing the proceed music because I need to go and get my notepad and it's right over there. So y'all stay here. Nothing crazy gonna happen unless it does, in which case I'll be back and I'll solve it. It's gonna be okay. I'll tell you what. Oh, nothing bad. Alright, nothing bad's gonna happen, cause I say so. I even got a pen. Thank you. Alright, we are all set. Whew. I found a pack of pens and now they're just all over there. Note this day, and we'll see how long it takes me until I don't have any of those pens anymore. Let's start this thing. Oh, let me give my answers to those questions as well. Chocolate and mint. Yay. Pineapple on pizza? Okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe, and you know what? If you've already answered, you can go and edit. Either yay, nay, or okay. I'm okay with any of those, because I'm okay with pineapple on pizza. It's not a yay for me, but it's not really a nay. Ketchup on macaroni and cheese. Whoever does that is tripping. That's a big old nay. We will start round 1, and we will have the horn sound. I don't see any, okay, I think we're Hina's actually pretty optimistic about all of this. As the horn sounds, so horn bears, if you would please, for the first time in the year of the paradigm, for the first time outside of the premieres, would you sound them? Thank you, horn bearers. You are the, okay, I'm glad I didn't say that. I was gonna say, thank you, horn bearers. You are the horniest. And then I thought to myself, that's not the what I wanted to portray. I will need the pen. Where did I put it? It's right here. Already almost lost one. Those pens aren't gonna last, you guys. As Hina's pretty optimistic about all of this. Grab my notepad real quick. As Monica challenges Genocide Jack and Samuki to an anything goes pancake eating competition. Samuki murders both competitors before eating a single pancake, winning entry into the World Pancake Championship Invitational. We love the Moogster. Samugi. Yeah, it's actually really good. I have a white pen. I wanted to see how I was gonna write, and it actually writes pretty decently. Anywho, they're dead. Maya finds my climate change remote. This early, everyone's going to have a bad time. Maya finds, yes, I just read that. Seiko twiddles her thumbs. Samugi seems unshaken by any of this, well, because she's got a championship match now under her belt. Kurakuma rambles on about something nobody cares about. Fuiko attacks Toko and Hiro from behind, murdering them both. Komaru, really doesn't want to, but finds herself having to get rid of Monokuma. You didn't want to? That's your whole game. Look, Komaru, that's literally your whole game. Gosh, that's so intro-worthy, but Monokuma's already dead. Kokichi is proud to lead V3. Akane has found a hat rack, so many hats. Naito won't give up so easily. Juzo finds a waffle. Really? Masaru does his best to avoid Monica. Monotaro uses mysterious gas to knock out Nagito and Kurokuma to put dust collars on the both of them. Gundam finds some moon shoes. Moon shoes. Mew finds a boombox, time to blow some sick beats. Nagisa wonders if he should build a machine that makes yakiniku. Kotoko finds a lovely bikini and puts it on. It's quite revealing. Togami uses their will to create marketable plushies of Maki. I would have got one of them. Except they are all burned to the ground and Togami loses all of his money. Oh no. What is he gonna do now? Maki just wants it to be all over already. She's like, I'm legitimately over all of this. Monodam hopes to get everyone out of here. Ibuki's ready to defend her friends. Chiisa accepts her childless. Chiisa gains a power persona. Corey's in the house. And he teams up with Maki, baby, and ambushes Monica, killing her. Ruka has found a table. Hopefully nobody goes through it. Somebody's gonna go through it, let's be honest. Ruka has that table as Junko is sick and tired of others and turns heel. Saint Junko would never. First and foremost, Junko's never done anything wrong. We love Junko. She's a saint. She is a scholar, and she is a classy lady. Would never do anything wrong. Blessed be Saint Junko. Monosuke finds us all below his concern. Oh dope, Munakata found a fishing rod. Doom, 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 doom. He can catch all the fish. Teru kind of wanders off and gets lost, never to be seen again. The Archons Grippishal and Celeste, Grand Hair and Dendrovision rather, and Ibuki challenges Andy to a duel. Ibuki actually bites the dust. Boom, boom, boom. And another one bites, and another one bites, and another one bites the dust. And another one is Ibuki, and you know what? Another 7 bit the dust after this Claire de Lune 4. Monokid, Genocide Jack, Toko, Hiro, Monokuma, Monica, Teru, Ibuki. We still got 28 left, and I'd like to point out more specifically the Agent of Chaos, the Champion, both still in. There is a world where chaos reigns, and I will say that to you a lot this season, I am sure. I'm waiting for a day where we're all on the edge of our seats and they're like in the final 4 and then chaos reigns. That is like the ultimate ideal. We'll see if that ever happens. Probably not. We'll see if we proceed and it happens. Probably, yeah. Next round C's. Ooh, hold on. There's a little bit of action going on there. Kotoko finds a bike. Cue the bike theme. Oh, don't mind if I do. Nagisa feels horrible for failing Ultra Despair. Goros, Gundam, and Nagito jump from tree to tree. Maya asks Seiko if she's found anything useful. Fuyuko punched a tree and nearly broke his own wrist. Unfortunately, Yeetball has fallen from the tree. Juzo accepts her out of Juzo and gains a power persona. Angie steals Fuyuko's Yeetball, runs off with it. Hina stalks Komaru, eyeing their title from the trees. She's stalking her. That's our Agent of Chaos. Akane gives Togami a tiara. He's now poor, but he feels like the prettiest of princesses. Seiko spots something shiny in the distance. Kokichi sees V3 as a bunch of tumps and ready to be milked. Samui can't take it anymore and snaps Angie's neck. Chisa summons their persona, uses Bufu, trapping Monodam's feet and ice, and Monodam's still caught in that trap. Nagito has found a dimensional scythe. Those were supposed to be collected in season 4, my guy. Kurokuma finds Monodam caught in a trap and actually frees him. Not something I would expect from Kurokuma. Maybe he's turned over a new leaf. Munakata looks like some version of snapping. Our Agent of Chaos is out. So the champion is safe unless Hina gets brought back in some way, shape, or form. Ruka sets up her table for grabbing Hina by the throat. Ruka then chokeslams Hina through a table. Maki thinks about Angie and sobs quietly. Komaru creates multiple plushies of Mew without her permission. Mew's so mad before they have a chance to react. The plushies sell like hotcakes and they're both rich. Celeste used the power of Dendro, making the falling leaves green outside of Togami's camp. The Archon Grippishal and Monosuke grant him a Geovision. Junko doesn't care much for this place. Togami trips and falls in a really bad way, breaking his neck. Mew practices their own sick dance moves. Monotaro admires Monodam's decisiveness. Masaru sizes his muscles. And Corey has found a massive sack of apples that he's going to keep in his pantry in his house. We've lost 3, one of them being our Agent of Chaos, but that, there might be some other things that I haven't mentioned about that perk. We'll proceed after this. Claire de Lune 4. Angie, Hina, Togami. There she goes. Our agent of chaos. However, Togami had a really bad game. He lost all his money, became a pretty princess, and then broke his neck. Maybe the tiara was weighing his head down. We go on. We have 25, still slightly rather larger than a standard size game. But we must continue. Actually, Monosuke has summoned stones around the champion's feet. The champion is now trapped. Man of... man. If Hina were still in... Kamaru may have dodged a bullet, man. Fuyuka is ready for target practice. Luckily, finds a handgun laying about. Masu finds a death collar. Puts a death collar on Gundam while he's asleep. Maki is feeling defeated after losing their teammate. Feeling lonely. Maki is... Let him in. In active betrayal, Juzo and Ruruka team up to murder Munakata. Ruruka knocks out Monotaro in a fistfight, death collars on him. Kamaru was struggling the rocks that she got caught in, and now she's bleeding pretty badly. Cut herself up. Akane gives Chisa a baseball cap, pulls it out of nowhere and says it's all about the Mets, baby. We love those Mets. Almost made it. Oh, they made it. They almost won the whole thing. The World Series, baby. Kotoko flaunts her bikini. You know what? I'm gonna say it myself. Look. If the Mets would have been in the finals, we would have done better than the Yankees. And I'll say it again, and I'll say it to the people in the back. For the people in the back, we would have done better. Anywho, Celeste wraps binds around Kamaru, tying up her whole body, and Kamaru's now trapped. She was already trapped. Too many traps. Too many traps. Wow. Okay. Monotaro doesn't really understand what's happening. Seiko gives Maya the various things that they found, and Maya builds stuff out of it. It's soothing watching Maya make neat contraptions. Chisa feels sorry for Kamaru, frees her from the trap. Now here's the thing. Did you free her from both the rocks and the vines? Or just the vines, or just the rocks, Chisa? And she like, I felt sorry for you, but not that sorry for you. That would be chaotic. Monodam has made some mistakes as a leader, but wants to do right by the bear. Samuki can't take her eyes off of Mew. Kurokuma starts sobbing uncontrollably. Mew and Kori practice their routine. Something inside of Kokichi drives him to fight for what he believes in. The Archons see great potential in Junko as a heroic sea. Look, first of all, we got a heroic Kokichi. Never did anything wrong. A gifted Junko from the Archons who clearly see potential and good in her. Saint Junko. I'm pushing my agenda. Nagisa can't help but admire his own genius mind. Kori gives Maki a golden delicious apple. And Gundam mopes around uselessly. We just lost the one. And someone's in the spare dimension, which means we got 23 remaining after this. Claire de Lune 4. Munakata. There he goes. So long farewell to you, my friend. So long farewell, until we meet again. However, we have to say it's farewell to 22 other people, not 23, or else everyone would be dead. Except for whoever's in the spare dimension. Could that happen? Could they escape? Let's click next round and let's find out. As Kokichi loses their burst of heroism. Okay, Kokichi, look, I was singing your praises. Not only was I singing your praises, saying, look at that man, he's a hero. You lost your burst of heroism 30 minutes later. Not even 30 minutes. 45 seconds later. And then you had to steal Kotoko's bike right afterwards. I'm no longer pushing my agenda. Gosh darn it, Kokichi. This is why we can't have nice things. Kurokuma tried to kill Junko, but Junko retaliates and kills him instead. She would never kill someone unless it was in retaliation and self-defense. Junko, you didn't do anything wrong. Kokichi, on the other hand, I should have known better. Toko, her lifeless body rots silently. Ruka walks into a very strange machine. She's now got ghost powers. Maya misses spooks and jump scares. I forgot she had the climate change remote. That was like one of the first things that happened in this game. And now Spooky Season's back as Junko. Oh, Spooky Season's back. Oh, hold on a minute. Junko visits the pumpkin patch outside of Celeste Holiday Mansion. They pick up a rotting pumpkin. Ibuki's dead. Seiko and Kotoko are in a costume contest. Oh, Seiko dresses up in a ninja, while Kotoko dresses up as a Grim Reaper, same as every year. Kotoko slices Seiko with her scythe, killing her. Same as every year. Yeah. Unfortunate, but Fuihiko runs from the demons lurking in the Despair Dimension. Masaru jumps into a pile of leaves. Unfortunately, the leaves were covering a pit. Masaru falls in, and he does indeed perish. Akane gives Nagito a fedora. Nagito tips it and smiles. Oh boy. Gundam can't handle the stress after losing a teammate. He's become more cowardly. Chisa finds a plank of wood. Wait, no, that's a seesaw. Is Corey still in the house? Juzo throws a waffle at Monodam like a shuriken, and it kills him. This is why we hate waffles, you guys. Mew somehow finds a suit of evil armor and puts it on and gleams with a dazzling shine. Samugi is looking for an easy out. Nagito's jealousy reaching a boiling point and must have a bikini at any cost. Unfortunately for Kotoko, the cost was her life. Jealousy kills. Monosuke uses the power of Geo, summons a massive rock in the sky, dropping it to the ground, killing Celeste and Monotaro. Komaru uses a mysterious... I'm sorry, guys. I keep imagining this world where Hina comes back to life in, like, the final 5 and says, just kidding, chaos reigns. Because as long as Komaru's in, that world isn't too far from a reality. Anywho, Komaru's got death colors on Junko and Akane... Junko, I'm sorry. Komaru, why would you do that to Saint Junko? Akane, whatever, but Saint Junko, she didn't deserve that. Corey in the house gives Chisa an apple. Chisa thanks him, then has a bite, immediately starts coughing. The apple is poison. Oh no! Maki prints out a bunch of invitations for a Halloween party, and Nagisa tries to kill Mew, but Mew's knight's armor diverts the blow. We are down to 16. It is a sweet 16 in season 17 after this Claire de Lune 4. Kurokuma, Seiko, Masaru, Monodam, Kotoko, Celeste, Monotaro. We'll look at your final few when we get to our final 6, but because we are in fall, autumn time, I think we're probably going to get there quickly. And in my gut, it's saying we're going to skip Claire de Lune. I don't have a script. But it's just after doing this for a while, I know how devastating this time of the year can be. So, let's see if I'm right. How right am I? I might be wrong. As Maki stares deadpan at the camera, one eye unlike the other. I don't like that. Corey in the house eats a Fuji apple. It's pretty... Ruka shoots a blast of energy from her hands at Corey. Corey is unable to survive the blow. Gundam has found a Komodo dragon. I guess it is an animal. Whoop-de-doo. What happened to... You know what? 2025 is the year that I get rid of every Komodo dragon that's in the arena. I'm gonna do it. I promise. I swear to you. Komaru creates a marketable plushie of Monosuke without his permission. Monosuke is mad, but they also sell like hotcakes. Okay, it's a good plushie day, except for Togami. Juzo throws a waffle at Monosuke, but it misses him rather. Monosuke runs away. He was like, haha, you're too rich to hit me. Chisa is starting to fade. Oh. Nagito fills his bikini with gravel and uses it as an object to kill Kokichi. Good luck solving that. He must have gotten that idea from his game. The death husk of Munakata, desiccates peacefully. Nagisa builds a rocket. Akane gives Junko a cowboy hat. That's Saint Cowboy Junko. Yee-haw. Teru kind of wanders back and gets unlost. That's right, he got lost on round 1. He's back! Monosuke has found a table. Junko carves her pumpkin into a fierce jack-o'-lantern. There is also a world where Celeste comes back. I'm sorry, not Celeste. Where Hina comes back as the headless horse homie. We'll see what happens. Mew is in line for a pumpkin spice latte. Samugi can't wait to kill again. Fuiko's still fighting for his life in the Despair Dimension. And you know what? Maya, I think, heard me and said, no headless horse homies. It's now July. We're in summertime. In the summertime, when the feeling is hot. We have down another 2. We got 1 back. So we're at 15 instead. And it's still a Claire de Lune 4. Kori, Kokichi. There's a lot of items in play, but not a lot of them have procced. And I'm like afraid we're gonna get like that super special XYZ Elemental P all procced. We'll see if it happens. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out. 5 more into your saving grace picks. Will anyone else enter the despair dimension? Will Hina get brought back to life? Will Chaos reign late game? We will see. Next round. And next round sees, oh boy. Well, Komaru's also dead, so probably not. Ruka possesses Komaru and walks her right off of a cliff. Monodam's corpse is rotting with maggots. Maki finds a shotgun, handgun, 2 different things, with enough bullets to be useful. Dope. You just found a water gun, but she'll never get a chance to use it. Fuiko still surviving in the despair dimension. Juzo tries to kill Monosuke, but Monosuke tries to bribe him. Juzo takes the money and then kills Monosuke anyway. He was like, I'm too rich for this. And Juzo's now too dead for this as Nagisa uses a magnifying glass and the intense summer heat to set a leaf on fire, which sets a tree on fire, which sets a forest on fire, catching Miu, Juzo, Junko, Akane, and Nagito in the wait a minute, am I tripping? Oh yeah, in the Friday Night Inferno. Alright, yeah, no, I'm good. We're good. I just wanted, I saw the word Inferno. I was like, I don't think we've ever made that joke before. Let's proceed. Toko's dead. And so is Toko. Nagito is back as a ghost, though. Gundam wasn't ready for the summer heat. Samugi and Nagisa are out sunbathing. Nagisa sneakily replaces Samugi's sunscreen with honey, attracting bears who maul her. And Samugi's so pale, she needs to bathe in sunscreen on the daily. Teru attacks and kills Ruka in front of Maya. Maya rushes out, but it's already too late. Maya just wants it to end already, and Chisa was finally succumbing to the poison that was weakening her body from that apple and breathes her last. We are down to, just like that, 5 more competitors. I figured at some point we're gonna have a day where just 10 went wild with all of these summertime or autumn time events. So as we get to your final 5, it's a Claire de Lune for Komaru, Monosuke, Miu, Junko, Juzo, Akane, Nagito, Samugi, Ruka, Chisa. Nagito, you gotta bring back Saint Junko. I believe in you. We'll see if the power of belief is strong enough, because we actually get to make some new picks now. If you didn't know, well, now you know. It's your final 5 within your final 10. We usually let you make some new picks in case your picks sucked. Did they suck? Or do you need some saving grace picks? Maki is still here. She has let him in. And she might still win this whole thing. 1 of 5 still remaining. As we move, and she is the last of Danganronpa V3 still remaining. As we go on, Danganronpa 1 has indeed perished. Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls still has Nagisa, who's holding on to hope after setting a forest fire. Future side sees Maya, who has that climate change remote, but she is shell-shocked after the recent death. As we go on to Danganronpa 2, they're rocking, for real actually. Nagito here's a ghost, but they still have 3 other people in. Fuiko is in the despair dimension, so he doesn't really count, but they still have Gundam and Teru. Gundam, he's kind of just been vibing. He's kind of actually just been vibing, but he's also a coward, so he might try and hide out until the end. And Teru, he's a sleeper pick in these games, and that is your final 5 actually. So make your picks 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and while you're doing that, I'm not even gonna tell you to subscribe, but I am gonna tell you to like the video. Do that right now. Go ahead and do it, because that's actually generally more important. That's generally more important, so if you could, and usually when I don't say do it, people all forget to do it, but when I do say do it, you do it, so do it. And don't not do it, now you have to do it. That being said, I'm gonna make my picks. I said Nagito for 1st, I think, or something along those lines, and now I want it. I want Nagito possessing Saint Junko for 1st. Give me Teru for 2nd, because it's hard to count that man's out, and I'll take Maya for third, because she's had a hand in a lot of the deaths that have just happened, because she's been out here changing all the seasons. So I gotta give it to her too. It's your final five, and within your final five, all of them are caught in what we like to call a crisis. A full crisis of fate. Shall we? I believe we must. Next round we see. Alright, well, Teru is not I guess we can count him out now. Teru finds some other scraps that's enough to patch together some rudimentary clothing. Looks rather caveman-like. Nagisa straps Teru to his rocket and sends it to the moon. Teru never returns. Nagito plays around with his incorporeal body, passing through various things to pass the time. Maki rather aims her handgun in the distance. Munakata putrefies silently. Gundam accepts the shadows. Gundam gains a power persona. He would love that. That's his vibe, man. Fuyiko gets grabbed by a possessed tree and pulled apart piece by piece. Oh boy. That's one of the worst ones, I think. And Maya knocks out Nagisa in a fist fight, puts a death bar on him. They're not going to be super useful in this late in the game, but hey, who knows? Who knows what might happen? That being said, I know what's going to happen. A terrible turnabout for Teru. Fuyiko. And so, 4 remain. They are Maya, Gundam, Nagisa, and Maki. 4 competitors, 1 goal. Still a crisis of fate, but don't forget, Nagito still here as a ghost, and he might just possess nobody. As Maki fires his gun at Gundam rather, but misses. Gundam then summons his persona using Sai, leaving Maki dazed with a splitting headache. Little back and forth, they had an actual fight just now. Gundam somehow came out on top. Nagito misses being out of dinner. Nagisa accepts the shadow as Nagisa as well and gains a power persona. And Maya snaps out of it. She's now back in it. Will she be able to win it though? No. The answer is no. However, we have another ghost in play, so keep that in mind. Gundam levels his persona up, upgrading Sai to Seo. Dark energy swirls around Akane's body, reanimating her corpse as a ghost. Nagito kills Maya through ghastly means. Maki creates plushies of Gundam after that splitting headache, and they sell like hotcakes. And Nagito is not doing anything. Nagisa, however, summons their persona, uses Free A, leaving burns on Gundam's face. Poor guy. We have, what, 3 people left, 2 with personas, 1 with a gun, and we still have 2 ghosts. So I'd like to point out, although the odds are very low, they exist. Then Nagito brings back Komaru, Akane brings back Hina, and somehow, someway, chaos reigns. That's just what I want to keep in mind when this series is going on this season. That world always exists. However, we will proceed after this terrible turnabout for our soul lost person this time. Maya. But it's still a final 3. It's still Gundam. It's still Nagisa. And it's still Maki. It could end next round. Nobody can get brought back. That's a real possibility. And it is not. It is. What happened? Is it over? Hold on a minute. No, it's not quite over. It was almost over. But Hiro's now being possessed by Akane because Maki comes back to her senses. Akane finds the corpse of Hiro, possesses it, giving up her body, her own incorporeal body. Hiro then picks up some stuff. Gundam summons their persona using Seo. Oh my gosh, launching a boulder on top of Maki. Gundam's persona has gained enough experience to learn Mopsiodyne, which is crazy. Munakata is lifeless. Nagito plays his incorporeal body, still could do some shenanigans. He could be the last ghost standing, to be honest. And Nagisa can't take the summer heat and dies of heat stroke. And that brings us, what would have been down to a Gundam victory, brings us down to a Hiro being possessed by Kane versus Gundam. And after this terrible turnabout for Akane, Maki, Nagisa. 2 remain. And who are those 2? Gundam and Hiro being possessed by Akane. What does that world leave us? I don't know. But who does that world leave us with a victory is the question I asked to you. So just who? Will it be Gundam? Hero. Hero. In the Mafia, don't forget. Now being possessed by Akane could win this game for the Mafia. Gundam, however, he just vibing. He got his hamsters. Huh? His Dave was my bad. Can Gundam overcome? Will Hero be the one? Those questions will all be answered right now. Or will Nagito potentially bring somebody back or be the last kill of the game, being the only entity standing? Could it be Nagito? That world does still exist. I guess we're about to find out together just what will unfold between Gundam, between Hero, and between the ghost of Nagito. One answer reigns true, and that answer is nothing yet. But Gundam is attacked by a pack of wild wolves, but feeds them all as they relax by the campfire. Gundam now has a wolf at his side, a Komodo dragon at his side, so many animals on his side. These animals are friends of mine. Nagito misses being on dinner, and Hero has a strong sense of justice and turns face. Will a face turn be enough to win him this game? No. As Gundam summons the persona and launches the boulder on top of Hero, he said turn face on that sun. Gundam wins. Yeah. But we'll have a terrible turnabout for. Oh man, Hero. Whew, that's funny. Hey, we do have our winner though, and it is from Danganronpa to outlasting the chaos. He brings his own brand of chaos, and hey, it's one of my favorite brands of chaos. Rise to the supreme overlord of ice and the supreme victor of this game. Gundam Tanaka moves on to the finale. And that is all she wrote tonight. Well, let me get through this first. Nagito had 7 KOs, which is kind of crazy. Ruka had 4, Nagito with 3, Samugi had 3. You have to remember though, I think 6 of Nagito's came from one event, from the Forest Fire. Juzo has 3, Fuiko with 2, Gundam 2, Monosuke 2, Angie 1, Junko 1, Kotoko 1, Teru 1, Kori 1, Maki 1, Komaru 1, nobody else had any. I went through the whole thing, usually I'd stop at 2. And that's all she wrote. Congratulations once again to the Supreme Overlord of Ice, Gundam Tanaka, my guy. 2 KOs to his name. Danganronpa 2 is his claim to fame, and he is the one to walk out as your victor. If only Chaos had also reigned, we would have had a champion Gundam one more time. But maybe we'll do it in the finale. That being said, I think we're gonna call it no secret achievements hit. So let's just do it. Let's knock it out of the park. This is your, you'll learn the teams next week, so get excited for that. This, however, was your gimmick. Get ready for your gimmick. I also think in bigger games, we'll have a higher opportunity for that to hit as well, so just wait for 1 versus 100. The chaos that might reign there. We are good to go. I was about to hit the regular music, but I realized that tonight is, once again, the 2-year anniversary of Friday Night Inferno. And it is going to be a show of shows. Get excited. I also think I forgot to mention one thing. After the Top of the Mountain edition of Rebellion, Kaito Momota was out first, the AWE champion, after being targeted again and again and again by submissions from Splendid, making it easier for Cassius Bright to tap Kaito out. Kaito wants Splendid. And I said, yeah, sure, why not? You can have him. So tonight it will be Kaito. It will be Splendid 1-on-1. And Kaito Momota looks to not, I was gonna say finish off Splendid for good, but I was like, no, we can't like murder Splendid. He is still OC champion no matter how much you hate him. But it didn't sit right with Kaito. They had to get put through submission after submission. He wants to prove The Splendid is not even close to better than him, and tonight he'll have that opportunity. Until tonight, though, it is Inferno. 2-year anniversary. Get excited for it. It should be relatively soon for a lot of you. To the Flight Crew, thank you for watching.